Welcome to
Okay, I'm
Hokkaido.
4MKL here. This is going to
Several
be a
facial
silent assassin
reclassifications are on
run
site.
for
I
the
suggest
elusive
you
target
locate
in
them and await
Hokkaido that
additional
recently
information as I
dropped.
receive it.
I
You
loaded
may
out
also
with
wish
the
to examine
disposable
possible weapons to
scrambler,
discover more.
scrambler and lethal pills and a silenced weapon undercover in the surgical suite, and I, as you can see, had a lethal syringe here. Depending on where he is, I was going to use the lethal syringe if he spawned in the hot springs area, but he spawned in the um, sushi area, the restaurant area, which made it easier to use the pills. As far as I can tell, there's only two places it spawns. You don't know where he's going to be, and it changes every time you do it, so you have to come up here and look at this computer, and
Good work, Fortitude.
Diana will tell
That will
you
give us something to
who you're
look
looking
at.
for.
Let me see what I can pull out of the
You
data.
have to do this every time if you abort the mission, because it changes every time.
It seems that the target is in the process of receiving keratoplasty, most likely with the intent to fool retinal scanners. Look for a
So in this
patient
case, we
with
know
an
it's
eye
the patient who
covered.
has an eye covered. It could be he could have his ear or his nose covered as well as the other possibilities I saw as I kind of ran through this. So like I said, he's going to either spawn in the sauna area or in the restaurant area. What I went ahead and did, since I was here anyway, and it's pretty easy to do, is I went ahead and shut out the security cameras just in case I got spotted. Pretty easy to do. So I came in here and I looked for him down here first. It's a 50-50 chance, but it turns out he was not down here. He'll be around in this area. He'll kind of patrol around this area here and back towards where the actual sauna area is, and then back around. So he'll be easy to find if he's here, but he's not here. So it must mean that he is in the cafeteria, restaurant, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to come back here. The director does walk around here, and he is an enforcer for the surgical outfit, so be careful about that. So if we come in here, we're going to find him in here, and we're going to make sure that he is the guy who has an eye patch on.
Okay, but can I ask you something? I know we've only just met, but
Evening, Doc.
any way that one could actually cook a
It
little?
does take me a little bit to find him. You have to kind of walk around and figure it out. I thought it was him for a second, but it's not. No eye patch. But there he is. So you'll not be alerted when you have found him. You have to make sure you just kill the right guy. But I'm convinced it's him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to here and get a disguise for one of the chefs. That way I won't get spotted when I try to poison the drink up there. So a little bit of sneaking around here. So a little bit of stealth. To make sure we grab this knife. What I did was I went ahead and got the Fugu ship, whatever it is, as poison. So it had two poisons. And I'm glad I did, because I did mess things up. I poisoned the wrong glass, as it turns out. Unfortunately, did not kill anybody I shouldn't have killed, because I was going for the silent assassin. But you'll see the video cut out there. So this guy comes in. Wait for the door to close. We're going to subdue him. Take his disguise and dump him in the freezer over here. I'm going to retrieve the knife. I use the knife as a distractor, and we're going to cut the sushi up here and get some of that, I guess, juice from the sushi, which is poisonous. And it'll give us the second lethal poison. You can see you automatically obtain the vial when that happens. Right there. Okay. So this guy's an enforcer out there for the chef disguise. So I'm going to wait for him to turn. He takes a few moments. Tasting this soup, which is apparently pretty disgusting based on his expressions. But if we give him a second, he'll move out of our way, and we can kind of sneak behind his back and get back up there. There's another chef behind the bar that's an enforcer up there, so we have to work around him as well. Now you're going to see the video cut a little bit. I poisoned the glass closest to the edge here first, and so I had to come back several minutes later when I realized it, and you poison that second glass on the edge, the one that I just did. That's why I saw the time increase, because I had to wait all over again, and I was too impatient to do it. So I just cut the video again here, just waiting for him to come back around. But if you give him enough time, he will patrol around and he will drink that. Like I said, the second one from the end of the bar there. And that's it for him. Now all we gotta do is find an exit and just don't get spotted by any enforcers. I wound up just coming through the staff area here and taking the helicopter off the landing pad. So again, if you can do it without screwing it up like I did, you're going to do it in a lot less than 13 minutes. You're going to save several minutes off your thing. There are other videos, I'm sure, where he was taken out in the sauna area. By the way I saw it, you can never poison him that way, so I think the best way to do would be to find a time when he's not being seen and use the lethal syringe to kill him and then get out of there. But this does give us a Silent Assassin rating for this run. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Aside from that, that's the KM4MKL. Happy hunting and happy hitting.